There we go. Hello, everyone. Nothing's working for me tonight. Let's see here. Let's see if this is going to work now. Okay, now all of a sudden it wants to work. But welcome in, everyone. I am royally frustrated to start off the stream today because, I didn't finish cleaning up for stream. And my computer just decided to frustrate me for the last 30 minutes or so. Oh, and I got a bunch of follows that I didn't want from hate raiders. So that was fun too. So we'll make a little bit of coffee. The last of the coffee in the house. This is not going to be fun tomorrow. Don't even have my apron on. Yeah, if you don't know, it's better you don't. So we got a new Stream Raiders theme tonight. Obviously back to football here. So let's do our first battle here with our new Stream Raiders theme here. And that's back to not playing the Stream Raiders audio for me. Is it playing for you folks out there? I hope. I hope. Victory. Won that one. Inch be coming in with the assist and getting the scroll. Ooh, some goodies for me. Okay, top, bottom, or middle. You got a green chest, gold chest. I think we should go top route. Let's get that gold chest. And all sorts of places we can put units here. I think I'm going to start up here with my Berserker. just push forward from there. Only going to do about a half cup of coffee here. I don't really have a full cup worth of beans there. Of course, I don't really know how many beans I have there because my scale is broke. So annoying. I thought it was maybe the batteries. Charged up the batteries today. Nope, still doesn't work. It's just broke. Well, tonight's dinner is going to be on the easier side, I think. Although we're going to have some fun because if any of you have been around for a while... Oh, hey, here's another one. Let's get rid of him, too. Give them all a lovely band just as soon as they come in. If we have to, we'll lock down chat, unfortunately. But I don't want to. If I don't need to. And let's get this steak defrosting too. I pulled a new arc out of the freezer here, sort of last minute here. I still got stuff in the sink here, unfortunately. Cheers, folks. Well, welcome into the stream tonight. I hope you're having a lovely week. And you've had a lovely finish to your week if you're working a normal work week. I'm gonna have to go through and get rid of all of those follows now. Damn it. Probably half my follows in the last month here. All fucking bots. Okay, beef and potatoes. Potatoes part, we're gonna have some fun because I got some new toys. I bought a cheapo garnishing set with most of the tools that I have for my intro video. So we're gonna do the curled potatoes. If you remember that one from that video. We have this for future stuff, and I'm planning on using that tonight, but that's our crinkle cutter for in the future. There's a paring knife in here that it's going to be mostly useless, but is sort of small and cutesy. Almost worth keeping because of how small and cutesy it is. We'll throw that in the drawer. We got this here, which looks good in the package, but this is going to be horrible to use. It's got sharp edges here. Well, not super sharp edges, but sharp enough that you dig into stuff that's going to cut you. And I just don't see this being hugely useful for coring out an apple. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This may just go into the trash eventually. But we're going to try out these two tonight on a couple potatoes and see what we can do for dressing them up. Put them with a steak. So that's tonight's plan. We got some Yukons that have been sitting around for a minute. A couple of them are trying to grow. We got a couple of nice large ones though here. They'll work nicely for this cutter. Okay, if I remember correctly from watching this video, we have our cutter that we then can place down in the center. That then busting through the other side there. See if I can't do it from this side too. Well, just doesn't want to go through really that way. That didn't really work too well, I don't know. Let's see here. That did not work as well as I had hoped. Didn't work horrible. But I was hoping I was going to get a couple more of these than this. Cut that sort of ugly tail off on both of them. So we sort of got some nice curls there. Had to go through a big potato to get there. I don't think I can do another set of them into that. I could have maybe gotten two smaller ones if I went this way. That is unfortunately the largest potato I still have here. Let's give that one more shot. Sort of cut the end here rather than going through properly. It's like potatoes are giving birth to spirals. Hey, none of my timers are working correctly. It wouldn't be one of my normal streams. My timers weren't working. Would it? There we go. There's some timers. And there's my amazing dinner command for tonight. Steak and potatoes. That's the gist of it. So I'm going to cut the tops off of these, essentially just skinning them. These are going to be a lot of work just for 4 potatoes. So those we're going to boil and then fry. I think maybe we should do another 1 or 2 of these if we can. Just doesn't go that straight enough that I would trust it to do that. If it wasn't busted through. Should have cut the tops and bottoms of this so that they come through. This one's looking like it's a little too far gone. These 2 small guys, I'm going to try the spiral thingy on. Well, I don't want to use this potato either. I don't want to use either of these potatoes. One's got loose skin on it, and the other one's got nastiness going on with it. Let's see what we get. It's probably not going to properly spiral because it doesn't have anything to dig into. Let's see if we can spiral one of these in half. It's bearing about halfway in because it's going into the cavity. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's just sitting there and spinning. Sitting and spinning. Alright. So that didn't work as planned. So I guess we're gonna chop the rest of these and make some mashed potatoes. Just because I can't stomach to waste all that potato. You can sort of see towards the end here it just got jammed up and spun in place, which was not good. Except we're not going to use that to make mashed potatoes. Still haven't cleared out my burnt pan from polenta. I let it sit with some baking soda and vinegar earlier today, but it didn't quite do the job. It started breaking things down, didn't quite get there though.
Happy Friday night.
Thank you for that resub, Alistair. How was your Friday? Welcome, welcome. Having some fun with potatoes tonight, just sort of toying around with a couple of things. The one got some new toys into the kitchen, just sort of checking them out with some potatoes that are needing to go. Yeah, that does seem sort of loud to me. Is everyone else sort of in that same opinion that the sub could be a bit quieter? Ooh. Saturday morning hungry. Getting you prepped for lunch, huh? So we'll throw that on the stove, and that's one project. Just to use up the rest of the potatoes here. Another one here is we're going to get some just water boiling all on its own so that we can boil those. We're going to boil those and then fry those. Why, hello there, Miss Lisa Face. Happy Friday. Or Saturday, depending on where you are. Oh, come on, work faster, sauce it. So we got some water on there. We got the mashed potatoes back here ready to go. They're not on the flame yet. I just have them sitting out here back here with the water keeping them from oxidizing. Steak, we have defrosting in the sink. Start debating what else I'm going to do tonight. Don't have much else in plans. Let's see what I can do. You can prep a nice shiitake mushroom sauce for with the steak. Can maybe make a little bread. Oh, that's something that I was going to do and should still do, even though I'm not going to use it with the potatoes originally. Let's cook some bacon. As you can tell from the color of this bacon, tonight's sort of kitchen leftovers evening. You got bacon I need to use up, I got potatoes I gotta use up, I've got a freezer full of steak. Anyone else trying anything new and interesting in the kitchen? Any new favorite recipes found? Toss these up. Be right back. I wonder if I could do that. That wouldn't be a bad plan. We got carrots. We got some green onions. In fact, I got another thing of green onions here that's still looking pretty decent too. Nope, that's gone. I got a whole bunch of carrots that I should use up here. I'm gonna give these all a rinse off. Let's do a little carrot slaw tonight. All of them that I know of that are actively in my chat have been banned. Although banning them doesn't remove them entirely. Fun plans for the weekend? Well, Sunday I'm going to be here all day. Going to be doing chicken and beef stock here on Sunday. No big plans for Saturday, though. How about yourself, Miss Lisa Face? What's your current art project these days? Let's do our battle. Battle! While we're waiting on our oven to heat up and our water to boil. Sorry, I know I was blocking the... I just don't know why I'm not getting the audio from that at all. Victory. Undies Taker. Getting those kills. Inchby helping out with the assists. And getting the scrolls. Now we go for that gold chest. Maybe we'll get someone some real gold here. Put my Centurion there. We'll see how we do. Nice, Miss Lisa Face. What types of bottles you putting together? How are you customizing them? Or are you making actual potions too? Are we turning into a shaman? Okay. Certainly get into Halloween time. All sorts of people in the creative discords and stuff, and the food discords that I follow, everyone's starting to get hyped up for the holiday season already, which just boggles my mind. We've got one food and drink streamer that I know of that's planning 20 costumes and has done something like that the last couple of years. I'm a fan of fall and Halloween, but not as much as some people. Some people are into Halloween. I mean, I used to joke that some people are... that Halloween was becoming the next Christmas when I was a kid. As far as decorations and all the planning and all the stuff that people do to celebrate. I'm thinking it's getting worse these days. That's smart, Miss Lisa Face. And it's also smart to diversify against just one platform by adding the Etsy and all that. I don't know about Twitch. I don't think it's dying on its own. I don't think that Tim and Lupo leaving for YouTube is end of the world, considering there's something like 20th and 200th in hours watched. Hey, Penguin. I think that's more just modern streaming. People are getting contracts. They're going to come and go. But I think a lot of people are worried about Twitch right now because of that. Because, I mean, there's some of the old original creators that a lot of people know, regardless of how watched they are these days. I'm more worried about what seems to be the lack of funding being put into dealing with like these issues that they have with their own system. Throw that bacon in the oven. Yeah, food will do that to you, Penguin. Put you in a nice and lovely coma. Oh, that isn't. As long as your body handles it. Yes, that is very much the downside of working from home. And it's also the downside of being self-employed, of how much the amount that you gain from being self-employed and having everything convenient to you becomes as much, if not more, of a hassle, because you have to separate business and personal. It's a constant task or issue. And throw our potatoes in the water here. And then turn the water down to the point just below boil, so that they don't fall apart. Oh, we are just below boil. We're gonna cook those until they're like soft, like almost breaking apart. We want it to be like hard to get them out of the pan at the end, because they want to fall apart, sort of a thing. So we got our carrots here. We're going to go a little bit savory with this now. Add some garlic into the party. Here I was hoping I was going to be able to get away with these 3 cloves, but I don't like that one. Gonna have to break into a new head of garlic here, which means might do an extra clove of garlic then. Or 2. So I think I've come up with my Thanksgiving plans for this year to be a little creative compared to other years. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do for and to be different from other years, what I think I'm going to do is we just had the 31st anniversary, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, of Goodfellas being released. And there's a rather epic meal in that movie that I think I'm going to try and do my best to replicate. So I haven't put that into my calendar yet, but I think that's going to be Thanksgiving this year. We're going to be doing it a little bit different than usual. And that sounds like some bad advice to me. Oh, come on, peel. Peel, peel. Match your name. Do what you're supposed to do. Not my microwave. I don't trust my microwave to do much of anything anymore. Although I don't know if it's really my microwave. The thing is, I don't know if it's my microwave or the breaker. Had the microwave for ages, and if I I mean, I don't really have anything else on the circuit but the microwave, but I have some things plugged in. Just having them plugged in is drawing enough power with the microwave to trip the breaker. And so, like, if I want to use the microwave, I have to go and turn off all my turn off the power strip next to my nightstand with like my bed lamp and stuff like that. That none of that's on. I mean, it's plugged in and probably drawing a minimal amount of electricity, but yeah. Don't eat anything microwave more than 4 minutes. I don't know. How long does it take to do popcorn? I'm thinking like maybe 3.5 minutes for popcorn. So that'd probably still fit. I basically use a microwave to reheat leftovers that I don't want to heat up the whole house with the oven for. The oven's always going to do a better job. And popcorn, but I hardly ever eat microwave popcorn anymore. And tempering chocolate. Those are really the big things that I have a microwave for these days. I don't buy microwave dinners really at all. If I'm getting something out of the frozen food aisle for lazy eating at home, it's usually like chicken tenders or something like that. Now this microwave, I love this microwave too. I've had this microwave, I want to say 2004. So it's up there. But it's also it's got a sensor reheat that does a good job. Like, you put a plate of food in there, it's going to be hot. Don't have to guess at the times, just press the sensor reheat. The defrost was always a little funky with it because I wanted to know how much it was defrosting all the time, but it works. But the other major thing is a 1250 watt microwave, which is most of them, they don't make them that high powered anymore. They're usually 800 to maybe 1100 at the top end. Bacon's losing. Yeah, do we want to go through this once more? Let's go through this once more. Make it a little bit smaller. No, they tend to do that with chocolate too. chocolate covered cherries, chocolate covered strawberries. Actually going to be using more of the whites here than the greens. These have been around here for a minute, so I actually don't even really want to use the outer greens. We sort of want the whites actually for this anyways. I got another batch here, newer green onions that I'll use for the rest. I don't know, I don't know if I've even used a chocolate fondue fountain yet. I've certainly seen all sorts of them. Got any more stuff that needs to be cut more? I didn't do a great job cutting these onions so well. I just know that they have them in, like, they advertise them all the time at, like, those. I don't think I even have a Golden Corral around me, but they advertise them all the time. I think there used to be one in Santa Rosa, but that closed like 5-6 years ago, if not longer. Bacon's smelling good. Let's see what we got down here. Oh yeah, that bacon's cooking. Taters are cooking. Hey Maz. Dinner's gonna be pretty simple tonight. We got potatoes that I used the fancy cutter on in the water there that I've been cooking. I've got some other mashed potatoes back here that I haven't started heating. We're cooking some bacon up. Maybe throw the bacon in with the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna try frying these. I just wanted to try using this cutesy cutter that I bought that was like the one in the like infomercial that I have in the intro to my stream. Got that one. We got this one. And we got the wavy cutter too for future use. And so I'm going to salt this mixture here and let that both lose some moisture and meld some flavors together there. I'm actually debating throwing some red onion in there too. Since I have red onion, I think we'll be okay without it though. And then carrots on stream there. Gonna be making a carrot slaw, just using up ingredients around the house, trying something different. Let's see, what can we throw into this that we have around here and need to use. We'll throw some of these in there too, but later on. Got the leftover shiitake mushrooms from our ingredient challenge on Wednesday, at least the fresh ones. We'll save the stems here for stock on Sunday. These we might give a slice up to and throw into our sauce for our steak. I'm not really thinking a very complicated sauce tonight, maybe just shiitake and butter and soy. Shiitake, onion, and soy? Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Crispy bacon. Steak Diane. Off the top of my head, I'm not familiar. I know of Steak Diane, don't get me wrong. But they're all different combinations. All the different steaks are usually just different combinations of what the sauce and ingredients in the sauce are. Whether it's a demi-glace, whether it's just butter and pepper, or, you know, whatever. But we can Google that. So it's just a pan juice. Looking rather mustardy though for being just pan juice. Looking at the wiki page here. Doesn't really say. Oh, here we're getting into. Thinly cut or pounded steak, seasoned salt and pepper, sauteed in butter, and pan sauce with various flavorings. Butter, brandy, sherry, chives, dry mustard, lemon juice, Worcestershire. Chives, parsley, all sorts of stuff in there. But it sounds like it's just basically a pan sauce steak. Transfer these some paper that I can then just roll up, absorbent, compared to parchment here. It's not so absorbent. There's our bacon. Ooh, that's something we can... Those are two things that we can throw into this and make this a little bit more interesting. Yeah, but let's continue with the sauce making stuff first. So I'm going to saute up these mushrooms and onion ahead of time, and then use them to finish our sauce once the steak is done cooking. What do you folks think that I should glaze the pan with tonight? Apple brandy, bourbon, bourbon. We can do bourbon. Why, hello there, neighbor. Someone trying to show off their big ol' engine. And a shot for myself because it's Friday. That might be possible. That might be possible. Maybe I'll try and convince myself to do... Well, then again, I was saying the other night I want to stay at home a bit more because COVID right now. Even though I'm vaccinated and should be fine, there's so many people getting sick that I just don't want to get sick at all. Yeah, let's do that. Well, actually, we'll save this for cooking with tonight. We'll drink the fancier stuff. I say I'm drinking the fancier stuff with two other bottles that I consider fancier in front of me, but so we've got Woodford Reserve, just their standard oak bottle bourbon, not their double oak. Wasn't a huge fan of the double oak. I've tried their double oak. People seem to rave about it. I'm just not that big of a wood fan. Let's do our battle. All these helpers, and I'm getting all the kills and assists. My Centurion just must be kicking butt. Who's going to get the 200 gold? That's a nice pickup. HB, congrats. Absolutely, Miss Lisa Face. Cheers to everyone out there. Hope you're all having a lovely Friday. So we're going to call those potatoes cooked now on the stove here. So I'm going to take a plate. I forgot to left my hot water kettle on. Some newspaper. We're going to hopefully carefully lift these out of here. We want to cook them until they're soft and outside. You notice you got that sort of like grainy outside going on to them. We want that because that's going to help us with our next step of frying. So now, next step, we'll get rid of this water. Let that pan heat up for a moment. And then we're going to put some oil in there. Switch over to frying. Same pan. Give that a moment to dry up. Oil and water don't react too well. I hope you enjoy doing it, Miss Lisa Face. We'll let those warm up. We'll let the potatoes dry out and steam off a bit before we go and fry those. Nice, Miss Lisa Face. Enjoy. Got heat in that second pan there. Little veg oil. Oh, hey. Let's do a little garlic, too. Not quite done with the garlic tonight, I guess. Board games? No, not too many board games. Don't have many visitors to play with. Don't really own that many either. I enjoy them though. I just don't have people over to play them, so I don't have them. Probably the game I play the most these days is poker. Free online. I'll occasionally pay for cash, but that's a rare occasion. I used to have a nice $20 cash game in college. Just people in my class pay $20 entrance fee and equal amount of chips to start. Whoever wins takes the pot. That was fun. I won that once or twice. At least once. Throw that into our hot oil over here, hopefully. Hopefully close. Yep. Get him enough. Nice. Yeah, we got a couple of seconds. We already got some brown in there on that garlic. Definitely need to add some onion to that pan. Pinch of salt, pepper, and MSG. Let's go and turn the heat on the potatoes in the back here too. They're on the smallest flame I've got, so they're on full heat, but I don't know if that's even really going to get those up to a nice boil or not. We'll wait until these onions release too much moisture, then we'll add the mushrooms in, because those mushrooms will come in and devour all of it. Soak it all up. And actually, we need a little bit more oil in this pan too, because we're doing mushrooms. They'll soak up both the oil and the moisture. The oil they'll actually try and eat. Designed to absorb oil. I actually forgot that I was drinking Woodford too. I've been drinking Buffalo Trace because it's at least $5 cheaper. Woodford is tasty though. oil-packed olives with blue cheese in them. Bullet, I'm not a huge fan of. Knob Creek, I don't know that I've drank alone. But of the bourbons that I have, the one that I like the most is probably the one that I'm not drinking tonight, is the Maker's Mark 101 that I tried during my most recent trip, which is just normal Maker's Mark, but at 101 proof rather than their normal for sale proof. I've also got a bottle of Colonel E.H. Taylor. But E.H. Taylor's got a little bit more of that medicinal note to it. It's good bourbon. It's a little bit different. And what I remember of Bullet's a little bit more along that same line too. It's got a little bit of that more medicinal type note to it. Sort of wish the steakhouse in Santa Rosa was still around. Maybe they'll bring it back, but another CIA grad running that business too. But there was a steakhouse in downtown Santa Rosa. Had a rather impressive whiskey list. Several. I think well over 1,000 bottles. I want to say more than 1,000, couple thousand bottles. These are pickled jalapenos. The olives and the jalapenos are going in with the carrot slaw. No, I doubt that. I don't know. They had a variety of tasting that you could do. It was sort of like we definitely have the tourist thing going on here in Sonoma. We definitely have people coming to try out the different vineyards, and then we have the businesses that are here to welcome them all to town. And that was one of them, along with we got a couple of great breakfast spots in town, that sort of a thing, that sort of alternatives to the main thing, but still in the same vein. Come have a great fancy breakfast, drink some wine, and finish it off with some steak and booze. If you don't buy yourself a gazillion bottles of wine. Because you pay for tastings at all the vineyards, but if you buy a bottle, the tasting is free. Which, if you're silver-tongued enough, they'll give you the tasting for free too. But we did that so many places. I came out here with the Culinary Institute of America for my bachelor's trip in Northern California, and we just went to so many vineyards. Like, we're CIA students. Give us wine. They all gave us wine for free. Like, even Opus One gave us glasses of wine. They charge $18 a glass. They don't even have tastings. They charge by the glass if you visit Opus One. We went in there, give us a tasting. Why aren't you heating? Okay, we're gonna pull the garlic, onion, and mushrooms out of the pan. Have those just by the side here, ready to go right back in after our steak's done. We do want to get as much of them out of the pan as we can, because this is the same pan we're going to use for the steak too. Thank you for that follow, whoever just followed. Oh, other than you guys. You guys can get fucked and banned. Actually, that last one might have been a mistake. I apologize. That might have been a mistake for that last one. There we go. Apologize if that was someone I shouldn't have banned or not. Oh well. But the other two were the Haas 00312s. They're all bots that are part of the hate rating bullshit. Moss. You've hung out in the kitchen long enough that you're no longer a beginning cook. If anyone's interested in the full progression of different titles you can get in chat, they're all in the info section on the Discord. Still not there. While we're waiting to be able to do our steak and other stuff, we'll melt some butter in this pan for our mashed potatoes. In a Blackstone. Not sure what you mean by that. I'm familiar with a couple different Blackstones, but I don't know which one you're referring to. The ones I think of are all financial. No. No. I'm okay without a griddle. What's a Blackstone griddle? I don't even know what that is. Oh, these look like outdoor griddles. I can live without that. Yeah, you get a lot of, well, a lot of people assume that you're going to start streaming and hit it rich right quick and get a ton of viewers, you know, just for showing up. And so they'll buy things like this or individual hot pot or individual thing that's easy to put a camera on that one thing. And then they'll do 50 different streams with it and then disappear. Because they didn't have anything else to work with. They spent all their money on that one little $200 griddle. I don't know, maybe you're looking at something different than me. The company that I'm looking at here has a whole bunch of sort of smaller type griddles available. Most of them outdoor. Some of them somewhat quite commercial looking, but still on the cheaper end. Doubt they're actually good stainless steel. Well, the first three here on the page that I'm looking at from Blackstone Products are all 17 and 22s. They got a 36 that's not with the price listed. It's outdoor. Available in stores only. Hey, Trigger. Actually, they remind me a lot of some of the ones that I've seen at the farmers markets, too. Which is another one of those. $150 griddle that's easy to transport. How you doing tonight, Trigger? Happy Friday. Hopefully you're having a lovely week. We got a New York strip. We got some carrot slaw that I have to make a dressing for here. We've got potatoes that I bought the fancy cutter from the infomercial, and so I'm trying to cook some potatoes with it. And these have been boiled already, so they're already fully cooked, quite soft, ready to go into this fry oil here once it's up to temp. And leftover mashed potatoes I got back here, turn it into mashed potatoes. I got some bacon. That might make it into the mashed potatoes. Battle. Let's do our battle. That's good to hear. That sounds like a good time, Trigger. Wow. Exciting battle here. You can't stand this song, Maz? We can get rid of this song. Yeah, this map is incredibly slow. But it's because we didn't start moving until just now. Well after my haste movement spell wore off. DJ Atkins and Entropy getting the kills and assists there. And also the scrolls. Congrats. You lovely helpers. I get some goodies too. Thank you for your help. Getting me goodies. Unknown battle. I think I'm gonna put my monk out there. And I think that's going to be our quickest way around that one. I think if we put it in the center, it's going to take forever like the last map. But we'll still have to wait on those mobs. We'll see. How we doing here on oil temp? Oh, nice. Up up to 300 degrees here now. Set up a place for these to go after they're done frying. Up above the other one. Oops, stove. There we go. So we got paper towel on the bottom. It's got some of the moisture from them boiling earlier, and dry one up top for when they come out from frying. We want that up near 370 though. Might as well go ahead and pour our bourbon for throwing into the sauce here in a little bit. That's a good 1.5 ounce pour there. That's a 2-ounce jigger. Don't want to spill it all over and create a giant mess. Want it to be pourable. Want it to be separate. I am drinking Woodford Reserve Bourbon, and we're going to use some Buffalo Trace Bourbon for our steak pan sauce. Going to make a sauce out of the bourbon, our garlic, onions. We'll have some butter with the steak. Yeah. Oh, let's do a quick dressing for our Actually, I think I'd rather do it in this. Need an egg yolk. You enjoy that, Trigger. It sounds like you had a rough week and you need one. Not that anyone really ever needs one, but it sounds like you have a good excuse for one tonight. Also can be a good excuse not to drink. You're right. Drinking is not a solution to anything. Creating an emulsion down here of egg yolk and olive oil. Of course, with your education, I'm sure you know all the lovely effects of alcohol in the body. And I was not feeling great on Thursday, to be honest with you folks. That wine took a toll on me. Yep, that's another one, Trigger. You don't want to encourage anyone else either. No, all you have to do is Google it. You can see it. It's all over Twitter. It's all over. I don't want to really give them any more exposure than they... Entropy. Had a good start to, I don't know if I like these sprint races that they're doing in Formula One. I'm tend to be on the side of not a fan of them, but we're having another one with Monza this week, which means actually qualifying was today, so I actually had to wake up this, well, I didn't have to really wake up this morning, it was like 9 o'clock, but the actual sort of like a pre-race and then a proper race. And that's why I don't really like it. I sort of feel like we've taken the proper race to the weekend and split it into 2 days. I think this is my last New York that I got out of my quarter. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good movie. And yep, that's exactly how it happened. Ford's been in and out of that. In and out, in and out. Le Mans. It's a pretty good movie. But, sort of interesting qualifying with the end of silly season here, so everyone sort of knows where they're going for next year now. And we're sort of down to basically the only one left is really like Giovanni, who's on Alfa Romeo, whether he's going to keep his job or not. And he did a pretty good job qualifying, but I don't know if they're going to keep him. I don't think he's really done his job this year. Garlic powder. Italian seasoning mix. Cayenne. Mustard powder. And where are you? Ground coriander. Buttermilk powder. Yeah, I was sort of annoyed. I tried to watch Le Mans this year, and ESPN had it all locked up this year. Last touch to this dressing for our carrot slaw is a bit of honey. Oh, salt, pepper, and salt. Grab too much salt. Pepper. It's almost carrot-like in its color between the hot sauce and the yolk in there. I didn't put the honey in here. how hot we getting on this oil over here. It's been sitting on one to get. Oh, we're perfect. Awesome. We'll just hold you there for a moment while we finish our dressing here. Honey adds a nice gloss and sheen to the whole. There we go, carrot slaw. Sweet, savory, garlicky, funky. Definitely heavy on the umami. Just a whirlwind of flavors there. I want some more of that. Come on. Get on the fork. There we go. Okay. Okay. High flame on our steak pan now. We got butter in there, but we need some other oil so that it doesn't go smoky smoke. Wow, I like this slaw a lot. I mean, I've told you guys before, you folks, that I love me some slaw. That's good. Heat off in the potatoes in the back. Just let them coast. We got to be close on our temp here. Okay, we'll go with that. And carefully put these potatoes on the spider. Just lower them in together. Pan's getting up the temp here. Gonna go ahead and put the steak on there. Get a nice salt on the steak first, though. Steak in the pan. Now these are done. The question is how much color we're going to get out of them, because we got some relatively fresh oil here. Okay, heat's off on the oil. Those are looking gorgeous to me. What do you folks think? Lightly golden. Deciding what to do here with this steak. You got like what looks like some good color on that other side, so I'm going to flip it a bit early here. Strain off our potatoes while that steak continues to cook over here. Turn the fan on high. You can see our potato curls there. Oops, wrong zoom. There we go. We got our nice colored New York here. Starting to get there with the cook. Heat off on the pan. Going to try and carefully move this oil to the back, put the potatoes in front. We have our previously melted butter. And sour cream. Just using up this last of this container of sour cream. salt, onion powder, pepper. There's mashed potatoes. Steak. You got both sides of our steak here up nice and close for you. I think I'm going to leave that side out. Last minute get units on the battlefield for stream raiders. Probably our last stream of our last battle of the evening. Wow. Speak, Jason. It's only words. Where did I put my thing that's right in front of my face? A little bacon in there with our mashed potato. Okay, heat back on our pan over here. Relatively low. Add our bourbon in. A bit of butter. Garlic and onions. Turn that heat up now. Now that most of that alcohol is cooked off, don't have to worry about that flaming as much. And then to match with everything else we read these days, little Worcester sauce and tiny squeeze of mustard. Turn the heat off on that and allow that to set for a moment. Let's chop up our steak. Always going to be rarest against the bone. So we got pretty medium rare here. Not super rare though. You'll see as we get into it. Medium rare. Looking here towards the end. Sorry, I'm not living in National Lampoons. I'm not eating all the fat. Which, by the way, if anyone wants any of those competitive eaters, Molly Schuer is just a beast. And has done 3 of those dinners in one sitting. Do I want to do that, or do we want to do the sauce here first? We want to take our bone, our extra fat off, and take all this lovely blood and juice, pour that in with our other sauce. Can we get away with that? Apologize, not showing a great view of what I'm working on here. Then we got the big like salt for on top of our steak. There we go, folks. There's the main plate for dinner tonight. There's our bacon mashed potatoes. Absolutely horrible looking stuff. Let's get some photos here. Alright, let's do our last battle of the evening here. See if we can survive this with my monk and 2 supporting units. DJ Atkins is down. My monk seems to have picked a rather hard battle here. Neither one of them's getting very far. Yep! Why'd you have to go and abandon me? I'm fighting this one guy and neither one of us are doing anything to each other. I think his health meter moved a little bit. Like, there's a black dot at the end of his health meter now. Victory. We won it. Entropy getting all those kills. Entropy and Atkins getting those scrolls. Congrats. We'll call that an evening for tonight. We'll come back to this on Sunday. Gonna be doing all-day stream on Sunday. Gonna be starting early. Gonna be doing beef stock. Gonna be doing chicken stock. Gonna do something for dinner in the evening. Don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. Let's see here. Let's see who's on tonight. But I'm thinking, unless we have someone wanting to call the raid, we might just call it an evening here. I haven't been raiding much here the last week or so because things have been getting a little slow here on Twitch. It's been a little weird. A lot of other things going on here. But anyways, want to thank you all for joining me tonight. We'll be back here on Sunday, going to be doing stock in 2 forms. We do have the Discord going right now with the vote between fennel and onions. Looks like a tie battle right now. We got people voting, but it's a tie battle. That'll be decided on Monday for Wednesday. And then if you look at the calendar, we have a whole bunch of upcoming dates. I actually filled out some stuff. I actually made some plans. So if you're interested in what's going on, that's all down in the calendar. Take a look. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm going to go and enjoy the steak. I hope you have a great time. Thank you. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye.